The New York Times recently published a report that revealed a disturbing trend of harassment and domestic abuse via internet-connected devices. In addition to using them to stalk and monitor their victims, abusers are also doing things like changing door lock codes, turning lights on and off and boosting the thermostat to unbearable heat. In short, making their victims miserable. On the surface, this seems like a relatively straightforward problem to solve. Just change your password or unplug the devices, right? Except the issue here is twofold. Not only are the devices sometimes solely controlled by the abuser, but oftentimes making these changes will result in even worse abuse, especially if the couple is still living together. Asking these victims to stop using the devices is like telling them to just leave their abuser. These situations are usually much more complex, and the victims could be putting their lives in danger by doing either. It is very hard to give broadly applicable security advice to victims of domestic abuse, because every victim has to judge how much independence they have from their abuser and whether or not taking action will cause them to back off or spur them to even more drastic action, said Eva Galperin, Director of Cybersecurity for the Electronic Frontier Foundation. But let's assume a scenario where there's still some recourse. In that instance, pretty much every security expert in Gadget interviewed said that the best tool one can have is an awareness of both their devices and surroundings,